afternoon, everyone. We're here after watching the Newcastle Wolves draw, a 1-1 draw at Molineux. Good result, wasn't it?
Molinox, it's pronounced.
Molinox. It's pronounced aye. And we haven't been beaten at the Molinox in quite a few years, have we? And resilient, solid defensive performance there today.
Well, we wobbled a few times, but defended pretty well. I think we deserved it.
Second half we defended very well, I thought. We're sloppy for their goals. A poor goal to concede from the corner. Fernandez gets caught in no man's land. He's not chasing his man. It's unfortunate because we've just took the lead. Almiron again scores.
Can't keep believing.
And then within 10 minutes we're back level. That was disappointing. But
feared the worst.
At that time I would have definitely took a point. I thought at that point we'd go on and lose the game.
To be honest, I think at every point after that you would have taken a draw, because I think we didn't offer much going forward, but we defended resolutely, and I think the key is to stop the rot. So I think we dug in, and it was a good point.
I think after we went 1-0 up, I think we could kind of see it coming, because again it was the fitness and the injuries. I think we could tell that some players weren't fit and shouldn't have even been there today. Like, I think Brucey, I kind of shit the bed a little bit. Like, he knew like so many people were injured, but so many people were back. So it's like, oh, good news, we got Ali's back. But how back is back? Like, we need people to be 100% fit, and obviously Dummett went off after 10 minutes. Brought on with Lejeune, who I don't think Lejeune was fully fit. Like, Fernandez is another one who's played loads of minutes, so many games over this festive period. Like, he needs a rest at some point. And he was one that was a little bit sloppy today. Like, the goal, he left his man. Like, the Dendonka got a couple of yards on him on the corner. Just let him go, totally free. Again, another few times in the first half, Fernandez, he didn't look that sharp. He did Lejeune really, but we're grinding it out. We said before the game 1-1 would be a great result, and we got it. It wasn't a pretty performance, but we got it. Points a great result.
Point away from home is always a good point, especially when it's to a top 6 side.
Yeah, Wolves are a very tricky team. Molineux is a difficult place to go. The top 4, top 6 teams, they haven't gotten very many points there over the last couple of seasons. So yeah, points a great result. It's disappointing that we went 1-0 up. Like, the first 20 minutes we were looking really, really sharp. Almiron particularly loads of energy. But, like, we obviously got the goal that we really deserved, and then it was 5 minutes later we equalised, if that. Like, we could have kept the lead a little bit longer, but let's say people weren't fit. But points great at the end of the day. Like, it was. Like, when did they score? Like, it was like 5 minutes after us. It was about 15-20 minutes or something. By like 20 minutes it was 1-1.
17 minutes.
Yeah. So it was good that we like grinded out the rest of the game and kept the point.
Especially second half.
Yeah. We kept the draw. We kept them out for the rest of the game.
Because it was looking worrying one at Andy when we had 2 players down a game within 20 minutes, and you thought it's going to be flashbacks of the Leicester disaster where we're going to be forced to make these changes, and before we know it, we're down to 10 men without even having a fucking sending off.
It's not just that, it sort of limits your options going forward in the game. So Carroll could have came on a bit sharper if it had the injuries. I can see why Bruce brought him on a bit later, because I think you couldn't risk him coming on. Definitely. You would have brought him on probably after an hour, but that would, you can see why he didn't. And I think you hit the nail on the head there. Gritty performance, I think.
It wasn't pretty, but
well, it never is.
You don't really. You don't.
Victories on pretty, to be honest.
You don't get points for playing well necessarily, as long as like, you do the dirty work and you come away with a point. Like I said, it's a great point. If it was like one of like the lesser teams, like maybe it was like a Norwich or a Watford, like would probably be disappointing not to get 3. But I would say Wolves, tricky place to go. So we said before the game 1-1 like was what optimistic prediction, but realistically would probably be looking at 2-1, 3-1 defeat. So yeah, happy with the point. Didn't right come out of it. Yeah.
I think Pep will be shaking his head only. He'll be thinking like, these bastards did the double over us. They played really well, and then they kind of beat Newcastle. But it's a good 2 decent points. I think the home. When Longstaff got sent off at home, I think we dug in there, got a good point. Might look at these points later.
The Eagles 1-0 up in that game now. We took the lead because I couldn't grind it out.
They nearly scored last minute equaliser, and we thought it was going to happen today. They always seem to score this against us last minute. But Dubravka, who made a bit of a mistake last time at Molineux when they scored the equaliser last minute, although he did get an elbow in his face. But this today he was outstanding, Dubravka. He absolutely brilliant.
He made a couple of really good saves. Like he's the one that's been really consistent. Like, I think goalkeepers can be used as a bit of a scapegoat. Like, if we don't get results, like people can like point the finger and be like, "Oh, he could have done better. Why is he conceding so many goals?" But we were talking about this during the game. Start of the season, our defence was the best thing, the only thing we really, really had. But like over the last few weeks, with everyone like dropping like flies, injuries right, left, and centre, our defence has been really shaky, and we've been forced to play people like Lejeune and Willems and Dummett that we know aren't fit. So like the defence has been a little bit shaky lately, which has been unfortunate because we know how good it can be when everyone's at the peak of their game.
And is Brucey rushing players back? Because obviously Dummett went off very early doors, Gale went off early doors, two players we haven't seen feature much, and then surely they're not ready if they're going off again. I mean, what's going on with these injuries, man?
Well, I think you mentioned the statistic about Bruce's clubs earlier.
We'll put the screenshot on the video now, actually, so you'll be able to see that. Every club Steve Bruce seems to go to, there's an injury crisis. Like 11 plus players, so there's got to be something going on in the training ground there, surely.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to do a comparison over the years, Rafa's injury record versus even the likes of Pardew's.
We did have a bit of a stinker with like Pardew and McLeod, didn't we? But does that in Rafa coming in show less injuries, shows better coaching? Yeah.
Well, you'd like to think so, but I don't know what's happening. Because these are the sort of injuries that you shouldn't be getting as professional athletes.
Soft tissue injuries, and that's down to training and coaching. That soft tissue injuries. If you pull a hamstring, you pull a hamstring. It's something serious, but like soft tissue, that's down to what happens on the training ground, isn't it?
I mean, you look at like Shearer, got the two bad cruciates. He was out. I think they understand as well playing through niggles, but Shearer used to play. It was Mansfield home in the FA Cup. He wanted to play every game. He played majority of the games. You look at Frank Lampard for Chelsea. Outfield player, box-to-box player, went something like 4 years in a row without missing a game. So I think, players now, I don't think they're relying on people to tell them what to do as well. You should be able to control your own body. I mean, they're thick as fuck, most of them aren't. That's the problem.
I know, but last year, it's the same players that win getting injured, and Rafa getting injured, and Bruce, and we've mentioned his track record of previous clubs. Yeah. It doesn't bode well, like.
No, it doesn't. Like you say, like we'll look back to a few years ago, like under like Pardew, like it seemed like every other week people were getting injured and like
treatments and wheelie bins.
Yeah, that was news that the grass or something to do with the training pitch like wasn't right. They were getting injured like on the pitch. I don't know if it was to do
with got cheap grass in
with the turf. Was it
artificial?
I got an artificial turf. Like that was to blame. And all these years later, and it's still the same. Like this is what Rafa wanted to do. Like say, like injuries weren't as bad under Rafa, but the training facilities were exactly the same. Like nothing's been done. Like no investment's been made, and our training facilities are so poor. For a club as good as we could be and should be, but training facilities have got to be better. That's what entices like players to come in. Like you show them around the training facilities. They are. This is what we've got. You try and like show it off. Like this is what we've got.
They're probably hiding all the cracks.
And like our facilities are.
Different team on pitch too.
Our facilities are so poor. Like we need to really improve. It's causing injuries and it's probably causing people to come in and like try and like show it off, and they're just thinking this is fucking shit.
They're probably a cast-off material. It's probably like Northumbria Uni or Newcastle Unis. You're getting rid of their equipment, they're upgrading. Ashley's like, well, I think I'll have a bit of that. We'll have it.
Is that going in the scrapyard, is it? Well, Ashley turns up his sports direct lorry. Put that in the back of there.
We'll have a bit of that. How well?
Any scrap! Any scrap!
We've got a new treadmill for you, It's got 2 speeds.
Back the game the day though, Almiron. We're waiting nearly a year. And he's got 3 in the matter of a couple of weeks. But you can see the lift it's given him. He's flying all over the shop.
He's got so much energy.
What happens when you play a player in his actual position? Number 10, central, getting in the box more, putting the ball in the back of the net. He's fine now, and he looks brilliant. And he's the one where, thankfully, he hasn't got injured yet. He did go down with the knockout, which was a scary moment. Got back up, but his energy throughout 90 minutes is incredible.
You get St. Maximin back on the other side, then things will.
I think that could be scary. Like Premier League defence is very good looking at that.
Because even we've seen a goal scorer, we're laughing. I think in terms of
before St. Maximin went out, was before obviously Almiron got his first goal and before his performance as well. We're really looking good. I think we were kind of bullying him a little bit. Kind of like what we're doing with Joe Linton now. He wasn't playing great, but now he's picked himself up, and even from last season we were saying once he gets a goal he'll be alright. The pressure will be off and the goals will come. But certainly you can't always rely on that. It's kind of more hope than anything. But with Almiron, it's right. He scored his first goal only about 2.5 weeks ago, and now he's got 3 goals. So they are coming, and you can see the confidence in him. He's running around like a mad cunt, closing everyone down. Attack. Great play, passing, movement. Goals are coming. He's getting shots off. He's looking more confident, and it's great. This is what we've been waiting for since last January. It's been a year that we've waited for this kind of performance.
Seeing the real Miguel Almiron now.
Yeah, it's great that we're finally seeing it, and he is making everyone else look better. Like say, with St. Maximin out, if Almiron was the Almiron he was a few months ago with Joe Linton, I'm not putting any effort in, would be fucking gash up top.
So would it be fair to say as well, and so despite the setback from last week against Rochdale, you know, he scored the goal against Crystal Palace, had a couple of blanks, had a couple of bad results. We haven't won the game against Rochdale, but we didn't lose it. He got another goal.
1-1 again. 1-1 again.
He got another goal.
Almiron scorecast.
Right, left and centre.
It was another opportunity for him to score. It's only a League One side, but he's got the other goal. His confidence, you know, increased further after a couple of setbacks before that. We're still in the cup. If we beat Rochdale, we could be playing, or will be playing Oxford. You know, go on a cup run, get some confidence from that.
Yeah,
definitely. Get some more goals from, you know, extra games.
That's a great incentive for when I get past Rochdale and could be in the 5th round. Like, I know Oxford put out a few years ago, but we should be breezing past people.
That wasn't a favourites team, that though, was it? I mean, Rafa did a lot of good things. He was probably the biggest culprit for putting bad teams out for the cup. You know,
but the FA Cup previews to come.
Okay.
That'll be another video.
We've seen a couple of young ones today, now. I think it's great.
Alan was on the bench.
Watson
has been recalled from Watson was on the bench.
I was pleased to see them because I don't know what happened to Kraft. I haven't heard anything about Kraft.
No. But I expected him to start today and he was on the bench. Must be another injury.
Yeah. We had 3 right backs and not one of them were fit today. So we had to play Hayden out of position. Kel Watts was brought in. But again, we didn't see any of them. I still don't think Brucey's really got any intention of playing any of the youngsters.
It's making up the numbers now. Like the thing is that in the transfer window, Brucey's on about I'm only going to sign players and improve it. We need fucking bodies through the door, man.
No.
You can make people improve them. We need bodies.
Our squad's really not deep enough, and I'd rather see like a Kel Watts or a Lewis Cass or a Ludwig Francelet than force people like Lejeune and Dummett and Willems that aren't fit. Fuck them. Like, I know they're great players when they're fit, but would you rather have, like, I'd honestly rather play an inexperienced youngster who you now's going to put an effort in, like a hungry young lad like Matty Longstaff. You see Longstaff's performances. He's only 19 and he played a handful of first team games, but you see what he does when he's on the pitch.
He was good.
I'd rather see like a Watts or a Katz come in and show what they're made of instead of playing people that are half fit and likely to get more and more injuries. And the treatment room's going to be fucking full.
Aye.
It's going to be rammed.
Fully booked for months.
I think it is, yeah.
Because you can't get anyone in there, like.
It's fucking absolute rams, like fucking Metro Centre at Christmas.
But Wolves, Wolves today. I mean, Wolves very good side.
Yeah,
top 16.
Yeah, very
to
good
go
team.
there, get a point.
Good result.
It stops the rot now, doesn't it? We were like 3 games without a win the Premier League and went in and drew. Opponents got 6 points now. The cup the teams.
Well, Bournemouth's playing Watford tomorrow, so that's, and then Villa you'd expect to lose. So if Bournemouth or Watford win, it'll close the gap a little bit. But it was still important just to end the rot and get a bit confidence. And I think hopefully, again, we'll mention the cup later.
I think you mentioned before when Watford Wolves got their goal. You mentioned it was like reminiscent of like Man United away. Like we got the first goal, we were looking good, we were looking comfortable, great. Then conceded an equaliser, and that's just fucking game over. Like,
jubilation over.
Yeah, today really could have ended up 2-3-1 like we predicted. Like it had that written all over.
I honestly can't believe it finished 1-1. I thought at that point, and especially when players were dropping like flies, I thought we're definitely going to concede.
It was more reminiscent of fucking Leicester for me, apart from we got a goal. We went 1-0 up, and to be fair, the injuries and stuff, like it was looking bleak. Like I thought, like especially when the team was released. We didn't know what formation we were playing. To be honest, I'm still not entirely sure. But like that was more reminiscent. That was more reminiscent of when we played Leicester. Like we had people out of position, played a formation that we weren't fully comfortable with, and got smashed. So it had Leicester home and away, and Man United away written all over it today. We actually got a point. I can't believe we actually like slugged out and got a point. It is like the more you look at it, like the performance wasn't great in terms of a game. It was a bit of a fucking snooze fest. Like it was a shit game. It's not really.
Grafka put up a save every 20 minutes as well.
It's not one for the memory bank.
Wolves weren't great going forward. We never really got out of our half after. To be fair, actually, second half we started well. And we're dominating for about the first 10-15 minutes of the second half, and we're wasting corners, short corners, most frustrating thing ever.
Fuck with them. Short corners are bullshit.
I thought the start of the second half minus the first 5 minutes, which was an accident waiting to happen. Then once we got past the first 5 minutes.
I think we had a good minute, about 50 to 60 odd minutes. We're in possession a lot more than we normally are. But again, we didn't really have any final third quarter. We didn't really pose enough of a threat. But
I think for the last 20 minutes, it wasn't the painful watch that we thought it was going to be. I thought we looked reasonably comfortable for the last 20 minutes. And I thought it was going to be an absolute sort of grandstand finish where it was just all back to the wall, trench warfare. Watched 1917 yesterday, actually watched that, it's pretty good. In fact, I watch it every Saturday, but it's worth watching. But no, I think we're reasonably comfortable the last 20 minutes, and we definitely deserved the point. I think we're rode well luck at times, obviously.
But we relied on Dubravka.
Yeah, shout out to Dubravka, right, great performance. Great saves.
It was like you see, the team was surprised when that was picked. We were just like, well, Gale came out of nowhere, and I've said, like, if we're trying to get rid of Gale to get him off the list, try and bring a player in, he's went off injured, so that could massively backfire.
It's like Jack Colback. Hey, we're not going to be able to get rid of him, sell him all load him with 4 months out.
Is he not?
He's stuck on the books for
contract's gone at the end of the summer, is it not?
But he's injured for 4 months, so no one's going to take him.
So it's just
so we're going to have to get rid of him. Like Gale will be the same. I'm not sure where his contract is. I think he's still got a bit of a longer one.
Gale's longer.
Get him to carry the drinks out.
We need to bring someone in though. Like I wouldn't really feel too comfortable letting Gale go either a sale or a loan without replacing him.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I would play him.
We need someone to bring him in. But
he looked alright, to be fair. He did well to get out his feet and set up.
The little flicker.
Set up Miggy.
It was a bit of a pluff. It was a bit of a pluff first touch, but
I was cynical. I'm not sure he fully meant it, but if he did, well, fair play. I think it was a good move.
I think it was a bit of a pluff first touch, and it kind of got like trapped under his feet a bit. But like he's seen Miggy was coming in behind him, and he was able to like sort his feet out and get like a flick behind him. It was great play, to be fair. He recovered well from the first touch.
Anything else you want to touch upon the Wolves game?
I think it's gutsy, gritty, and much needed. I think. So I think we deserve to ride well.
Very good draw, guys. Happy with that.
Yeah, great point. Happy with that.
Always a good point we have, especially at top 6 side, and with all the injuries we've got. Got Rochdale in a couple of little days, and then Chelsea at home the week after. So good job to get a point.
But the results against what forward today. I mean, Brighton lost.
Brighton lost.
So that winning wasn't ideal.
So great win for them.
Great form at the moment.
Norwich lost.
Norwich got hammered off Man United, so that was good. Not too bad, really.
I mean, if you reverse a 9-0 defeat and win 2-1 away, it's pretty good recovery.
It is,
and they've been really good since then, to be fair. So I think they're gonna be safe. They're in good form. So I think probably going to be Watford's win tomorrow. They're looking
Watford
good.
have been a bit resilient, bit of a resurgence under Pearson as well, haven't they?
So
they have been looking good.
Yeah,
but I think Norwich are down, but the other two probably up for grabs, really, like.
Yeah. I still
6 points clear, but it's still tight. Like.
Yeah, I still think Watford will go down. Say like Pearson has.
Once the honeymoon period goes.
Yeah, they've been doing good and they've still been picking up points, but they're still 19th. They haven't really been picking up too many points. I think they were already like too far behind.
Win away from.
I think they were like 7 points behind us.
It's probably too little, too late. Like he probably will pick up more points, but I still don't think they'll get much further than 17th.
The problem is when you go on a good run, you get your nostrils above the water, so the win, they could go out the bottom 3, but you've got to keep winning. So then when you go on a bad run again, because Hull did it in that Marco Silva a few years ago, where everyone said, oh, Hull are safe, they've won all these games, and then lose a few, you're back in it, it's pressure all the time. So
hopefully the Tranmere come back against them in the cup, knocks the confidence a little bit, and they'll 3-0 up and drew with them.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I think we should have enough to stay away. I think people have been like shitting us over the last few weeks that we're going to get sucked into it. But points like this, points like today, are really, really valuable. Like where we haven't been played well, we've had to slug it out, but point to a great team away.
Palace
great points, very, very valuable points.
As well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think that gave us the breathing space to allow to lose a few games. We suspected that we were going to struggle against Man United away. Everton, new manager, was going to be tough. Leicester at home was going to be tough. So. No, I think we've taken this before the season where we are, so...
Definitely. Drop your comments below what you thought of the Wolves game. Subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV and enjoy yourself.